In the last video, by accident, I exposed that I'm not belonging to any guilds. You see, I'm free to join any. This is another eye-opening strategy video on some level for Era of Chaos. Because what's the point of having a guild? The point is that you can control that you're not going to be fired from the best guild and get at a disadvantage, a potential disadvantage. However, if you check out the guilds, my previous guild at Traders was at around 1.7, so 17 million strength. Now they are moving towards Eclipse. Because I've been in touch with the Eclipse guild owner. They have the same problems as we do. We're both competing for players, but those players would just not come because new players are not registering to this server anymore. And we were like, okay, let's join forces. Simply because I don't really care what the guild is called. Like, some people might associate with the story that the smaller traders is gonna beat the big Harkonnen, although the colors are kind of reversed, but anyway. Some people might associate with it, but that we're gonna beat the big guys. And I did everything in my power to actually facilitate that. But it's kind of a chore, because you saw in one of the videos where I spent 56,000 diamonds in like live, you saw the spending, that it's kind of important to collect diamonds, and I told you why. To get a 48.7% return on your diamonds, it kind of pays it off when you spend 50-something thousand diamonds, right? So for this reason, I was like, I need to belong to the best guild to continue this free-to-play experiment. And based on thin slicing and judging what the other players were all about, I think that many of the players here in the top, they don't just have a bigger wallet for this specific account, or not necessarily wallet, but a bigger inclination, a larger inclination to spend money for this account. Some of them seem quite experienced as well. And they take good care of that guild as well. So obviously when you're a top player, or you want to become a top player, like, you know, for example, I'm interested in discovering the game, especially the player versus environment aspects, not necessarily the player versus player aspects, then your job is to either create the best guild or join the best guild. And I chose to not invest more time and energy into the Traders guild, and instead I'll join the other guild, possibly as vice president. It's a deputy. I'm not exactly sure like what the rank is gonna be. I've experimented with the different ranks myself, but basically I negotiated that. And given our history, that with the other player we were even discussing things like, or the other guild, when we go to the Holy City Siege, that you cannot see the Holy City Siege cities right now, that they went for the middle. First I went for the middle city because I thought that we are in different universes this week and we're not gonna meet. Then he said he's attacking the middle city. I thought, okay, good, then I'll move to the other one. Simply because I was weaker, obviously, so I don't really need to give him like a hard time, right? What's the point? And also, when you go, if I could show you a guild, the objective of the guild is that you earn 6 diamonds per hour by like defending a castle, and 12 diamonds per hour during the weekend. But if you're in the strongest guild, you go to the center city, the Dragon Utopia, and you earn 24 diamonds an hour. That's huge. So just imagine 480 diamonds is for 20 hours, and then you get like 96 diamonds extra. So 576 diamonds in total per day. assuming that you're always there. Obviously, it's gonna be a bit less, like 540, 50, something along those lines, because sometimes you need to do missions. But the per day amount during the weekend is huge. And people are not gonna mess with you when you're like number 7. Especially if the top 6 are all in the same guild. Now, what is your perspective if you're number 7 but that you're in the second best guild? Then the top 6 people are gonna mess with you, because sometimes they need a mission. Right now I don't have this mission, but sometimes they have a mission instead of these to frag other players, to kill other players in the guild missions. So you either meet other players in the map, which is kind of unlikely, or you go to the underground where the cities are, and you just kick those players out like 3 times. What happened to me was like I was like doing some activities with programming, you know. I was doing coding on my first monitor, and on my second monitor there was the game, and I was like, okay, 11:30, some top 5 player, someone like came and defeated me. Amazing. So I need to move back in. Fine. And then another player came half an hour later to meet his like other skill, defeated me again, kicked me out from the castle, and I moved back in again. And this way, I need to keep this running sometimes if I want to earn these diamonds, and I don't have time for this. So it's a lot easier when other players are not competing with you, they are not gonna kick you out, and those who are stronger are in the same guild, so they cannot attack you, they are not in a position to attack you at all. That's the big decision. It's a huge decision to change the guild. And now comes the next difficulty. So obviously, to keep the guild running, both guilds, I believe, had to subsidize the guild with diamonds. Now, I didn't subsidize this with this account, obviously. I have a friend's account that basically joined us, not that interested in playing or whatsoever, but it was quite easy to get like 20k diamonds or so. And sometimes that account had to subsidize, so that we go all the way up to 5,000 points to level up the guild technology. And it's quite a lot of money, or quite a lot of diamonds, quite a lot of efforts for nothing, because imagine the playing experience. You're like Rubens Barrichello in Ferrari. it's or Massa in Ferrari as well. Like imagine getting the message, Fernando is faster than you, let me confirm if you understood the message. What does this mean? You need to dump down 500 diamonds from your own stack so that you keep the guild running. And you need to somehow earn those diamonds, and you're not getting these diamonds just from the guild, especially if you go to the underground to earn back some of these lost diamonds, right, in the castles in the underground, and then people come and defeat you every second hour. What kind of playing experience is that? So if I'm a responsible guild owner, I just merge with the best guild and that's it. And I conclude that it was a mistake to start the guild in the first place. It was because of a potential fear that what if the other guild just kicked me out, right? So I need to keep control. So we're gonna merge. The question is if the other team members and the traders are gonna understand this. It seems like that some did, because we're decreasing the strength. The Bastion guild is gonna become, well, second most likely, relatively soon. And I explained this situation in chat to the guild. Then I left the guild and I have to wait 24 hours as guildless to go to the other guild. But then the good news is that once you get to the other guild, so tonight, I get to collect all the resources and all the rewards that I got from this guild as well. And that's gonna be quite good. It may restore some of my balance as well. And then I get to enjoy the Dragon Utopia defending for 24 diamonds an hour, uncontested. Who can contest me right now? Let's see. Leaderboard. Same guild, Eclipse. Same guild. Guild owner. We talk quite often. okay, this person may be a potential threat temporarily, but we'll have like 30 plus people in the guild. Am I the best opponent for him? I doubt it, because he won't be able to defeat me 3 times without investing quite a lot of movements. I'm not the, well, actually that's not me. Where is me? Here. I'm not the best opponent for him. In fact, I haven't even spent my covenants. I have like 300 plus covenants. So maybe I'll get a commander or champion. So number 5, same guild. Number 6, same guild. You get the idea. I am guildless right now, waiting that 24 hours to ban to join. And number 8, same guild. And we want to get this guy over. He will understand it sooner or later. Maybe I'll send him this video, I'll upload it in advance, and he will know. Same guild. Same guild, he defeated me quite often. Same guild. Yeah, he's coming with me, right? No guild joined yet, because he understood. Third best player in my guild. Fourth best player in my guild. He understood it too. Same guild. At least I hope. Fifth best player in my guild. And they keep on running. So I'll add an explanation through the other account, and once I joined, maybe I'll direct message them with the YouTube explanation as well. That I'll keep us like not fully public yet, but reachable via a link. So that's it. That's the reason. In the top 20, there is one person who's gonna be in another guild, unless someone just took it personal. I hope not. That, oh, I wanted to be the underdog to beat the big guys. But then, come on, are you gonna join Bastion? You know, it's I checked out the letters, how to pronounce these letters, because I cannot speak Russian obviously, but I know the Cyrillic alphabet is like available, just like the Japanese alphabet is. This is a B, A, C is S, T is T, the inverted N is I, that I even knew from before, O is O, and H is N. Okay, so that's why. And are you gonna join them? They are on level 7, they just reached level 7 in gear technology, and we're halfway level 8, both of us. And they don't get like a fraction of what we get in most of the things. To be in the best guild in the game is super important. Are you gonna join Red Label? There are some good players in there, fine. Sooner or later they'll figure out that they are hurting themselves by not maxing out the rewards inside the guild activities. And the rest, well, what can we do? Not much. So you see, it's obvious. And I don't really mind. I just invented the trader's name because it used to be, what was it, Alpha. Alpha is not a bad name actually from the perspective of The Walking Dead, right? But it can also mean other things that kind of repels other people with, let's say, who don't like these explanations with evolutionary psychology and other stuff. So Traders is not bad. It was piggybacking on the Dune movie that just came out. Branding wise, it's better than Eclipse because, what does Eclipse say? It's like, first of all, it's an integrated development environment for Java developers, and it was a horrible experience for me back in the 2010s. But for most people, Eclipse means when the light is gone. So this means that if you say that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that they are going down, then it's encoded in the name. But listen, as long as we have all the strong players in the same guild, who cares about the name? We just care about the rewards and advancing as fast as possible, as people quit. And the game itself is quite enjoyable as VIP 0 as well. You saw this. It's quite enjoyable as VIP 4 Plus as well. I know this from the other accounts. Even though there are some issues, the community formation is not that bad. Even if you don't agree with everything, it's not that bad. So yeah, that's the idea. That's why it's so important to get to the top guild. I think I was missing out on quite a lot. I could have been so thinking about my power, I could have been at like 1.6 or 1.7 million. Possibly. Rather 1.6. We're not that much different. We're in the same place, more or less. Just a few days behind, and we're always second in every single competition. Let it be this one. I can show you one competition here. Now we fell back to third because my contribution is not there anymore. It's just my contribution that was missing. Look at this. So 5.4, 7.8, 2.4 is the difference. I got like 2.6. With just my contribution, we would have been second, and I showed you at least 2 players who were better. So there are good players in Red Label too, but they have no chance. And sooner or later they'll figure out that they either keep on running their guild or they join us. And that's it. That's why it's worth belonging to the strongest guild. Period.